Smart people do dumb stuff with their money. Most personal finance books feels like Personal Finance 101, like they're junior high home ec. This book is like if Martha Stewart herself came over to help you throw a dinner party. But like for your money and without all the unsavory insider trading. The Librarian's take on Schlesinger's, sorry, Jill. Dumb Things Smart People Do With Their Money, 13 Ways to Right Your Financial Wrongs. It was published in 2019. I love it. And I will tell you all the reasons why I love it and why I think that you should read it and that it will help you cover all of your financial bases. My name is Kate Moody. I run Ms. Moody Money, helping you outsmart your money, one book at a time. Jill Schlesinger, I got it. She's got a great writing style. It's very personable. It feels like somebody talking to you. It's 200 some pages. Oh God, it's crinkly and loud. There we go. 235 pages. See all the room over here and all the space between the lines. Like, it ain't dense. But thank God, because even I have a hard time getting through those books, and I love this stuff. Like, if you don't like personal finance, good God, I don't know how anybody gets through some of those other books. She mixes in a lot of stories which help illustrate the content. Then she gives a bit of educational background, but like I said, most personal finance books feels like Personal Finance 101, like they're junior high home ec. She's not going to tell you what insurance is and how it works and stuff. Like, you should basically know what insurance is. What she will do is tell you about why it's so important and how best to get it. She really breaks down these big topics. She's like, lists out bullet points. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, are you guilty of this? Have you done A, B, C, D, E? Yeah. Okay, if you are guilty of it, then you need to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I appreciate that very much. Anything you can do to make these types of books palatable, I am all over. Plus, she got kind of a sassy sense of humor, which I appreciate. A lot of this book honestly boils down to like, here are the rules. Just follow them. Don't think you're smarter. You're not. If you don't follow the rules and it turns out better for you, great. That means you were lucky. But do you really want to depend on luck? Probably not. She lays out 13 items that many of us are guilty of, but we're not really doing anything about them, or we're not approaching them in the best manner. Things like trusting a financial advisor, but not asking the right questions. Having a will, but not having a power of attorney to go with it, or some of the other financial documents that you really do need. In this book, she addresses not only sort of the nuts and bolts, things like insurance and wills, that kind of stuff. She has a couple chapters on our emotional relationship with money, which is so important because money is 90% emotion, 10% logic for most of us. And by including this stuff, she's really kind of patching up our financial foundations. Let's go with financial foundations. Until you address your emotional relationship with money, you're not really going to be able to change your behavior with money. One of the chapters is called You Make Money More Important Than It Is. And Honestly, that chapter really hit home for me because it has a lot to do with financial anxiety. It's not about greed. Like, that sounds like it's about greed. It's more about financial anxiety. The other chapter that's about money and emotions, you saddle your kids with your money issues. Yeah. When you really dig down into people's emotional experience with money, so much of it comes down to how they were raised. Like so much of it, like so much of it comes down to how they were raised. She gives some tips on how to raise financially healthy, financially healthy kids, so that they don't make money more important than it is, that they learn gratitude for what they have. Number one, when I'm looking at a book or considering a book, I look at the author and I'm really looking for a few things to signify their expertise on an area. One, their education. Have they actually studied this topic? Two, have they worked in the field? How long have they worked in the field? What kind of work have they done in the field? Three, what is their reputation? Are they thought of well among other people in the field? And four, do they have some sort of life experience that would make them understand the topic better? She's been a trader and financial advisor since the late 80s. And then in the mid 90s, I think it was, or then at some point, where she didn't want to be a regular advisor anymore, she wanted to be a certified financial planner, which is like the gold star of financial advisors. They're the ones who really have a strong ethical code. You know, everybody talks about the fiduciary standard these days, but like, you won't find a financial advisor out there who says they don't follow a fiduciary standard. Now, she's all over CBS News. She's won a bunch of awards. Becoming a CFP does require a lot of education and continuing education. Going to Brown, it's a really good school. It is a very good school. So if she went there, great. NPR, CBS, all these awards. She's got respect of her peers. And years and years and years working as a financial advisor, as a CFP, as a trader. Like, she's almost as good as it gets. Like, so close. So close. The only demerits that I have for her from my 4 qualifiers, her background and lived experience is pretty tone deaf to what the average reader would care about. And it shows in her writing. Like, one story she tells about a woman who had to sell her $3 million vacation home. And she only netted $2.3 million. After her husband died. Like, oh no, however will she survive? Oh my God. What will happen to the grandchildren? How will they psychologically make it through? Will they have to go to a resort like some middle-class family? Ugh! If you own a $3 million vacation home, you have a financial advisor. Like, you're not the person going to the public library to pick up this book. So that's really the only sort of tone-deafy bits. I'm like, Jill, come on. Get out of that bubble for a little bit. That aside, big fan of Jill Schlesinger. Jill Schlesinger. Read this book if you are a mid to late career professional, even if maybe you're retired. That actually would still have some good content in there for you. Actually, yeah, definitely. So mid-career through retired, professional, probably making more than middle wage, like a good wage, just to make sure that you are covering your bases. Because a lot of this stuff are things that you would get if you worked with a financial advisor. Like, these are the things that the financial advisor would help you do, but they would charge you a lot of money for it. So start off, do it yourself. If you can afford a financial advisor, do it. Like, there's a lot of financial advisor hate out there, and a lot of it rightfully so. But man, if you can outsource somebody dealing with all of your money, which seems like such a weird concept, but it's true. Do it. Get it at your public library, buy it from Amazon, buy it from your local bookstore. I've got links for all of those in the description. It is a great, great book. I do recommend you read it. Like and subscribe. Sign up for the newsletter. It's in the doobly-doo down below. And don't forget to be awesome, you guys. Can I say that? Is that legal to say on YouTube without giving the Green brothers money? Guess we'll find out.